Panthera uncia, also known as the snow leopard, is an endangered species living in arid, rugged mountain areas. They can be found in 12 Central Asian countries, along with Russia. Half of the population can be found in China, mainly in the Himalayas and in the interior of the Tibetan Plateau. Snow leopards are smaller than common leopards, weighing in as adults between 80 and 120 pounds. The snow leopard is known for its thick gray-white fur that has dark spots and rosettes. This fur not only provides camouflage, but also provides warmth during the winter. Typical of cold climate species, they have short ears to reduce heat loss and a short nasal cavity which allows the air to be warmed before it reaches the lungs. The snow leopard is also well adapted with a long tail, which accounts for almost 70% of its body length, which aids in balance, and large paws to prevent sinking in the snow. There is estimated to be 4,000 to 6,500 snow leopards left in the wild, but due to the challenging terrain in which they inhabit, it is quite difficult to calculate the exact population size. Mating season occurs between January to mid-March, where a pair will travel together a few short days before mating. Gestation is 93 to 110 days, when 2 to 3 helpless cubs will be born. 7 days after birth, they will open their eyes. At 2 months, they will begin eating solid food, and at 3 months, they will learn to hunt. Between 18 and 22 months, the cubs will become independent. In females, sexual maturity is reached by age 2 or 3, while males do not reach maturity until age 4. In the wild, the average lifespan is 10 to 12 years, while in captivity, they can live as long as 22 years. Snow leopards mainly prey on larger animals such as blue sheep, ibex, and argali, but will also eat smaller prey such as pikas, marmots, and hares. The snow leopard's population is important because they are a top predator of the mountains, controlling the populations of the wild ungulates they prey on. By controlling their prey populations, this has an effect on the high-altitude grasslands and wetlands of the Yangtze River region. This means their conservation creates a top-down effect. However, due to illegal poaching and hunting of not only snow leopards, but their main food source, wild sheep and goats, their populations are declining. Poachers can sell snow leopard skins for thousands of dollars, along with their bones. Although protected under the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, snow leopards continue to be killed for their furs. Snow leopards and their prey share habitats with domestic livestock. This is a dangerous situation for the leopard because they will occasionally kill livestock, which puts herders at an economic disadvantage. Due to these losses, herders may eventually kill these predatory pests. Snow leopards will also be forced to continue killing livestock due to the decline in their wild prey source. The increase of livestock grazing space and human settlement causes fragments in the range of the species. In a recent study, it was found that the average range of a female is 48 square miles and for a male 80 square miles. Considering this large home range, this species cannot afford to lose more territory. Such programs as Snow Leopard Trust have created a livestock insurance program in order to lessen the hardship after an animal is killed due to a snow leopard. A family can submit a claim after an animal is lost and they can be reimbursed. However, in order to participate, herders must sign a contract stating they will protect snow leopards and their natural wild prey from poaching. If one community member breaks the contract, then the village loses their ability to participate in the insurance program. Part of the program is also making an agreement to set aside some graze-free land that can instead be used by the leopard's wild prey. The Snow Leopard's Trust is also working to prevent predation by better securing paddocks and corrals in order to cut down on the chances of livestock loss. In India, some participating communities have reported 90% fewer predation incidences, and in South Gobi, no further losses were reported. This means that farmers will not find a need to kill leopards that were once harming their herds. An additional tactic of this trust program was creating the Citizen Ranger Wildlife Protection Program in 2014. This program trains park rangers in Kyrgyzstan's protected areas and gives them crucial equipment such as investigation kits. These rangers are then publicly honored and financially awarded for the wildlife service. When it comes to conservation, zoos are viable sources. In 1990, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, or AZA, developed a system called TAGS, short for Taxon Advisory Groups. This system was to examine and manage the conservation and needs of groups of related species. Within this program, a committee of advisors with expertise on wildcat issues was known as the Felid TAG. They provide a forum for discussing issues that apply to wild cats housed within the AZA member institutions. Another of their jobs is to recommend species to be managed by species survival plans. In 1984, AZA created a species survival plan to preserve a population of 150 snow leopards in over 60 locations in North America. One of those locations being the new zoo located in Green Bay, Wisconsin. According to the International Studbook Worldwide, there are 478 snow leopards in zoos. The main mission of the survival plan is to manage the population, ensure there is genetic diversity, and enhance conservation in the wild. To maintain the captive population, the AZA's recommended breedings produce an average of 14 cubs each year. AZA zoos will also contribute funding and sometimes provide staff to help with field conservation efforts for organizations such as Snow Leopard Trust. In the end, it is favorable to preserve snow leopards in their natural habitats and work to prevent further population losses. Programs like Snow Leopard Trust are beneficial because they are working with the people who share the same habitat areas as these animals. Poaching and habitat loss are the biggest threats to snow leopards, which cause them to be the biggest conservation concerns. Even though efforts to stop poaching have been increased in certain ranges of the snow leopard, sadly, it is almost impossible to stop all incidences of it. This is where the use of species survival plans in accredited zoos is also beneficial. With the use of all of these techniques and more knowledge of snow leopards being shared each day, there may be a chance of hope for this beautiful feline.